seen it, you've unseen it. Unseen Radio. You're listening to Bedge Music Review Corner on Unseen Radio.
Hello, my name's Bedge. This is the first track we'll be discussing today. It's by Solemn Promise. It's called Worse Than Death. And it's a little bit metally. Just a little bit. Turn this one up. Unseen Radio. On this review corner, I don't think any track's ever been described as worse than death. He's kind of Gordon is a moron isn't far off in my opinion, but
oh come on, that's a classic. And it's called Jilted John by Jilted John, actually, Ben, musical expert.
Yeah, the artist is Jilted John.
No, the record is called Jilted John as well.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm terribly
Stand your ground then.
It's a punk classic.
It's certainly something. It's yeah.
I've thrown you now. Sorry.
Jilted John is a moron would have been more.
How dare you? How dare you?
Anyway, taken from Solemn Promise's debut. Is it their debut EP? No, taken from Solemn Promise's latest EP. It's the title track and it's called Worse Than Death. And you can find them at facebook.com/Solemn Promise Music. Now, I've got two guests in today who are going to tell us all about what they think of Solemn Promise and all the other songs we've got to play. The first of which is the big boss of the Youth Arts Collective. Everyone on their best behaviour.
Yeah, no talking about booze or girls.
What, me as well?
Yeah, and you. Yeah.
Oh, what? Well, what am I going to talk about?
Yeah, that's true. That's your entire repertoire, isn't it? Sorry.
Tam's in pain.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello, dear.
And to promote her new cafe, which is just opened.
Our new cafe.
Well, we haven't introduced Alan yet. People don't even know he's here.
Half of my new cafe.
So have an idea that I'm here.
Yeah, you'll promote one half, and Alan can promote the other.
Okay.
Which half would you like to promote?
I'll promote the comedy and the cakes and the awesome selection of
I was
tea.
thinking more sort of physically, one half. Of the
Oh,
room,
like Steptoe and Son. We'd sellotape it down the middle,
Yeah.
and I get the bit. I'm getting the bit with the coffee machine then.
Fair enough. So,
It means you get the PA.
Well, I can at least rock out.
you can maybe to a bit of Solemn Promise.
And I would do.
Yes, maybe you would. Anyway,
Yes.
I've been to this cafe. It is lovely.
Thanks. We've tried very hard.
Not just to please me.
Oh no, it was all
no.
just to impress you,
It
Ben.
wasn't. It was also they took everything down. Placards up on the walls. I don't know what am I talking about. Anyway, Solemn Promise, Worse Than Death. Do you think it was worse than death?
It's very
Worse than
hard. I don't
Gordonism
really
oral?
have a frame of reference as far as death is concerned at the moment. I thought it took a little while to get going. I think the key to this sort of music, which I do like a bit of this sort of thing occasionally, is to be very near some very big speakers, and you don't really listen to it with your ears. You listen to it with your kind of belly. It's all kind of, lower resonance stuff. And if you're just trying to listen to it at a polite kind of, level, round a nice table with some cups of tea, it's not doing the job. Also, my in for most music is lyrics. I'm a lyrics-based girl, and I was trying very hard, and I know you're not really supposed to be able to understand what he's saying. Something about biscuits, I think, and
Limp Biscuits.
Limp Bizkit. Maybe it's all things about Limp Bizkits. Yeah, but it was okay.
Thank you. And our second guest is a man who's been on the show more times than I have.
Is that true?
Nearly.
It may well be. Alan Lynn, who does the other half of NN Cafe.
That's true. The PA end, and I guess that would also mean the stairs potentially fall under my purview.
Purview.
Yes, I have a lovely purview.
It's true.
Or
he
even your
does.
purview falls under the stairs.
Let's not get into that. That's a classic rumour. But in relation to that very phlegmy bit of metal that we had there, I very much enjoyed it. I was a bit disappointed the entire time. Well, it depends. Disappointed is not fair. If the aim is to leave you wanting more, I do want more. The entire way through, I was going, "There's going to be some double pedal." There never was. So I was just waiting for that to go mental.
Were you waiting for the drop, Alan?
Yeah, I was waiting for the drop. Oh wait, any kind of drop or faux drop, just something. But it just kind of built and built and built and built and built, like Tyrrell's crisps. They just built and built and built and built. Never really got to the satisfying end.
I don't think it built. I think it started off on a level, and then he joined in with a bit of rambling, and then it stopped. I like. This is the other problem with this sort of music. If everything is hard and heavy and fucking hell, sorry, probably got to say it, then it doesn't go anywhere. There's no. You need to have a little bit of interest, a bit of sorbet in the middle, maybe a bit of a change of pace, something.
Maybe.
Something to excite and amuse le monde, you
Perhaps
know.
some Galoni's lemon sorbet.
Oh, well,
listening
maybe.
to this some metal record the other day, and it was all just kicking off a bit like that, and then all of a sudden some banjo kicked in.
That's what you want.
yeah,
a bit
yeah.
of banjo. Sadly lacking from most. Is that black metal or death metal? Are we saying?
I don't know. They'll probably shoot me if I get the. I don't know.
I'm saying.
Let's not put them in a pigeonhole.
Yeah, there's a big thing in sort of the metal community. It seems to come out more than others. That sort of that you only listen to this specific type.
I'd like to know where these guys hang out.
They all hang out at the Crowbar in London. I've been there.
What, these guys? These very specific guys? The guys?
All
Solemn
of the
Promise
guys who sing like that.
No, but where does Solemn Promise hang out there?
Oh, I don't know.
I like to party with these guys if possible. And I'm saying I'd like to party with them without saying the two trigger words.
What are the two trigger words?
Girls and drinks. It's hard to party without girls and drinks.
Yeah,
But it is
I
possible.
should point out both girls and drinks are allowed in the NN cafe.
That is true.
But other genders are available.
All genders.
Yeah.
And agendas.
Indeed, we're a very welcoming bunch.
Thank you. So let's get the scores out of 10 for Worse Than Death.
Oh, I would say slightly better than death. 6.
Fantastic. And Alan.
I'm going to go for a 7.
And that gives Solemn
Always
Promise.
have to go one better.
Thank you.
It's a sort of partnership striking up here. It's sick of each other already. This cafe's only been
No,
open.
we were originally sick of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
We thought it would be an excellent
It's a-
foundation for a working
yeah.
relationship.
Contempt.
Yep.
Our next track is from a young hippity hop artist.
Ooh.
Hippity hop is the coolest word in my vocabulary. As a
Is hippity hop one word?
it's hyphenated. Does that
Oh,
count?
fair enough. Yeah.
If you just remove all grammar and just write it, then it is one word.
yeah.
That's fine. Carry on.
Tamsyn.
Like a grammar
I
terrorist.
wasn't saying it was wrong. I was inquiring.
It is. Hotting up in here.
Anyway, a song is from his mixtape. It's called Stella. It's free to download from Bandcamp. Free music is my favourite price. And the song is called Poseidon.
Fishy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I'd never met you, then I wouldn't have to try and impress you. But now I just wanna forget you, cause in the back of my mind I regret you. I chose this road, I guess. Sometimes I go mindless. This flow is so timeless. Do you know the code, my yes? To control the globe, my yes. Break free of this load, my yes. Please cast the first stone, my guest. Now it's apparent that rap music is barren. I wanna blast it back into action like a cannon. How did this happen? Who knows? Let's release the kraken. When I used to spit bars, people used to laugh. Now the same ones wanna kiss my ass. Shout me out in your new vid. Are you daft? This is kinda dark. What can I say? Reality is harsh. Isn't it great that Kate gave birth to her new baby boy today? Huzzah.
Huzzah.
They cannot move like I did. They cannot prove like I did. They cannot shoot like I did, cause I've been sitting sipping with Poseidon. They cannot move like I did. They cannot prove like I did. They cannot shoot like I did, cause I've been sitting sipping with Poseidon. We need a preservation for this burning nation. Claim there's no jobs, reject applications. So people say hell of it and get rich off the benefits. Well, who's a clever dick? They compare us with the past, but we called them ages dark. Rah, I think I finally worked it out. I know the reason I'm nurtured now. I'm a certain breed of free form. Enough man didn't wanna see me soar, cause when they see me soar them, they ignored. Of course the source is jealousy, a perfect remedy. I don't wanna be a celebrity, leave that to the demons telling me I'll get shot down like Kennedy. Way at the bottom there's a trampoline, cause everything came back to me. Now actually I'm practically the realest brother since Roy. His show is the backward story to attract worry audiences to applaud me. So don't say I didn't tell you so. Remember the Roy show. Now you know I've been chilling and I've found my throne. Found my throne. They cannot move like I did. They cannot prove like I did. They cannot shoot like I did, cause I've been sitting sipping with Poseidon. They cannot move like I did. They cannot prove like I did. They cannot shoot like I did, cause I've been sitting sipping with Poseidon.
They cannot move like I did. They cannot prove like I did. They cannot shoot like I did, cause I've been sitting sipping with Poseidon. 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 Cause I've been sitting sipping with Poseidon.
Huzzah! That was Leo Robinson taken from his Stella mixtape. That's a mixtape called Stella, by the way. Not that I'm imparting any, because I'm completely impartial unless you're playing a song by Default Rockstar, in which case I will shout at you and tell you your opinions are totally wrong, unless you say nice things. And the song is called Poseidon, and it's free! Free!
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Alan Lynn.
Hey,
that
listen,
comment
I
mean?
can't be the Father Christmas of this show all the time. Sometimes
That's Robert John
there are-
Godfrey, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
Father
that's,
Christmas
no,
of
that's
everything.
true. But the kind of the understudy Father Christmas. Sometimes it's just time to be real.
Go on
And
then.
I think that
Be
we
real.
need this guy to spend some more time doing some more of this, so that he can hone his skills.
I didn't mind it. I thought, some of the lyrics were a little hilarious, and I'm not crazy about his use of pitch shifter in lieu of a different person doing some vocals.
There wasn't two people.
Do you think? But the whole, the general kind of feel of it, I thought was okay. It had quite a pleasant groove to it.
I think name checking Kate and the baby and stuff kind of dated it really. So I know obviously that was obviously something very specific to him that impacted on his life. But I think it would be better to keep it not quite so specific. That's a very specific.
Or maybe
time period.
he wanted something that was very, set in a specific time period. That's the joy of the way the current music system works. You can churn them out, and a record is valid for a few weeks, and then it's gone again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair enough.
There's no financial investment in his creativity. He can be as fluid as he likes. I think the first verse was a bit crap. That seemed like a sort of off the shelf kind of pop song. I hate you, go away type approach to lyric writing, and then it got a bit random, which was more fun. What is sipping with Poseidon? Am I missing an obvious metaphor there?
I don't know. I don't even know the story. of Poseidon.
Is it like sleeping with fishes?
Maybe.
Only
Yeah, I took it to mean that he was dead or had drowned.
Oh, I thought he was sort of dining with the gods. Maybe I'll have to ask him.
Well, because Poseidon's a bit of he's out of that whole pantheon thing. He used to hang around underwater on his own. But if we're going for is it Greek? It is Greek,
Yeah, it's
isn't
Greek,
it? Then that's not. He's not the god of the dead, is he? That's somebody else, some
That's
other
the other
fella.
one.
Yeah.
Hades.
That other
Yeah, he means having a cup of tea with
Well, actually,
Hades.
Hades wasn't really the god of the dead, but let's not get into that. It's sipping with Poseidon. I'd like to hear the 19th or 20th new iteration of that track from this point.
I was thinking on some constructive feedback on the production kind of stuff. The vocals were a little bit too prominent. If you can hear him kind of, licking his lips and breathing, it needs to maybe go down a little. But hell, what do I know?
Back off the mic.
It sounded
See what I
like
did
a
there?
laptop recorded.
Yeah, but that's fine. You can do an awful lot with a laptop these days.
Yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you can't do with a laptop these days?
Make a cake.
Ordering belly pork can be quite tricky.
Oh, we've had a hell of a time today. haven't
I tell you. Belly pork situations off the pork barrel.
The Tales of Belly Pork with Alan Lynn.
Yes.
Do share all.
Well, where to start?
Please share
we-
your belly pork.
I'll give you a quick rundown. We were using a laptop and we ordered some belly pork, and when it came, they just assumed that we'd gone completely crazy because we ordered so much, so they just didn't send what we asked
They
them
just
to.
went,
Just send a little
no,
bit.
they can't mean that.
They've gone mad, these guys. And even if they did want that much, we're not going to send it to them. We're not going to tell them we're not sending it to them.
And ignore the fact that they're ordering catering quantities of everything else.
Yeah. So
Grr.
take that. Yeah. So so that's one thing you can't do with a laptop. Order the right amount of belly pork.
Yeah.
If I'd have talked to my old mate Arthur, I'd have gone, Arthur, I need some belly pork. And he'd gone, how much do you want? And I said, 3 or 4 kilos. And he'd have gone, all right, here it is. Done.
Why didn't you do that then?
Well, because he's not in his butcher shop anymore, actually. It's now an
that was
Italian deli.
Arthur down my street. He was
Yeah.
a nice man.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Huzzah!
What backhanders? We haven't taken any backhanders for these adverts.
No, maybe we should go in and see if we can get some biscotti.
I don't even know what that is.
Biscotti?
I knew. Last time I was on, what did Keaton Le Creme say? We'll be on a dance floor, margarita in my hand, and Ben thought she was talking about a pizza. And now, I saw his face just changed. And when you said biscotti, his face kind of went, huh?
A new word.
Oh, I love it. I'm keeping an eye out for
It's
that.
like Sesame Street. Biscotti are twice-baked, small, hard Italian biscuits specifically designed for dunking in coffee.
Thank you. Speaking of dunking in coffee, no, not speaking. Why am I going?
You go
Speaking
mad.
of dunking in coffee, here's a song called Excitable Antelope, and it's by a guy called...
We didn't vote.
Hun?
We haven't voted.
Oh,
Oh, gosh, yeah, of course. So
I vote-
just testing.
4.
4, you vote for what?
Out of 10 for that track, the last one.
Oh,
that's a little harsh.
we had 2 twos yesterday.
I'm gonna go 6 because I liked it just as much as the last one.
Brilliant. So that gives it right down the middle with a 5 out of 10. Who knows? Maybe Rubber Band with his Excitable Antelope is going to come and clinch the day. You can find him at facebook.com/rubberbanduk. He's a solo artist, not a band called Rubber. And yes, if you are an Excitable Antelope, please email in and let us know what you think of this. And if you aren't an Excitable Antelope, email in anyway, because we love having your opinion. You're listening to the Unseen Radio Review Corner. Take it away.
Courtesans dancing on the sand, lucidity, yeah. Pelicans melting in my hands in front of me, yeah. Consciously, completely free was more than precious stone. Reciprocate my love, love, love grows polarly. Fall against the wall and remain invulnerable, temporarily consciously, completely free was more than precious stone. Reciprocate my love, love, love grows polarly. Yeah.
listening to the Unseen Radio Review Corner. That was Excitable Antelope, and I thought that was rather good in my impartial opinion. So, yeah, thank you for that. The artist called Rubber Band. His real name is Daniel, and you can find him at Facebook. We're here with the two runners of the NN Cafe. We have Alan Lininen and Tamsyn Paininen, and we shall go to Tamsyn.
Oh, we've missed a trick there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Thanks, Ben.
Tamsyn, we'll go to you first. What did you think of...
Now, if I'd never heard Alt J, I would have thought that was great. But it did sound a smell of something hanging in the air, which is, yeah, it was a little bit derivative, maybe.
It had some other bits.
And it's very skillfully put together, and I did not object to his voice at all, nor his lyrical content. But you could kind of feel what was coming next every second of that, couldn't you?
I don't know.
Well, don't be upset with me, Ben.
It's quite a nice sort of rocky, bluesy bit that's sort of filtered in and out.
I like the noises in the background, the kind
Yeah.
of Pink Floyd approach to shaking jingly things and clapping and that. Bit more of that.
That's it. So, Alan and
This was either genius or ridiculous.
Can it be both?
Well, exactly. This is just my opinion.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm erring on the side of genius to completely melt down
Genius
and
is a very
re-sequence every single Alt J song that's ever been sung.
Oh, you think
and
he
to
cassette
kind of
boyed
just-
Alt J?
Yeah, just like
Maybe.
it was all of it. It's like every single song that's ever been sung, and I mean every live performance, everything. Just thrown in a big pot, give it a good stir, pumped out into a 4-minute track. I think it's great. That takes real skill.
How does young Daniel perform this? Is he loop pedalled, or does it only exist on the digital format at the moment?
I do not think
I'd love
he
to
is-
see him live.
Yeah, I was just thinking live. That would maybe be kind of interesting. I'd be interested to hear some other tracks and to see how maybe diverse the other stuff is.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I found his voice and his production is all really nice. It just sounds a little bit too much like some other stuff that I don't mind either.
That's why I'm erring on the side of genius. There's a lot of the Alt J stuff that I just go, oh, I don't really like that bit. But that song was just full of all of the bits I like. So it's
But
as
if
if
he's
just
used all the bits all in one go,
yeah, it's a bit greedy.
There's nothing left.
It's kind of, you know, are you going to mess around or anything? Or are you just going to hit the hammer blow with all of the best bits?
yeah.
It's all killer, no filler, that song.
I fell asleep watching Everything at a festival.
Well, that's
And I was standing up at the front.
actually, I went to see Alt J in Birmingham, and apart from being viciously attacked by a 4-foot blonde woman from Northern Ireland, because her friend headbutted me in the face backwards because she was just dancing around,
women are so
and because I was
unreasonable.
ever so slightly, can you not do that again? She attacked me, and then an off-duty bouncer came and rescued me. He said, "I saw the whole thing. You're in the right, mate." I was like, "Brilliant." Anyway, we're going off the beat a little bit. Anyway, when I see Alt J, the highlight of the night was seeing Stealing Sheep. So I prefer Stealing Sheep.
Stealing Sheep are lovely,
They're
but
great.
see, they don't sound anything like that.
No. So as much as I
They're
like Alt J,
lovely.
that didn't sound like Stealing
Yeah,
Sheep. So.
where's our semi-acoustic female close harmony, please, Ben?
Yeah, who knows? Where are they? We haven't
Off
got
nicking
any.
some sheeps.
No Apollo's Mob this week. Apollo's Mob.
They're lovely too.
They are.
Yeah.
Very
Very
nice. But I don't think J would get Rubber Band to come in because he might shut him up. Because he has all the
You
good
should
bits.
join Alt J.
Maybe he could just like double for them, like, you know, like Saddam Hussein had doubles floating around the place for when he was required for public appearances or to, you know,
Actually,
distract people.
I think he should join Alt J. You've got Alt J, which is obviously 100% Alt J. So if you get this guy and bolt him to the side, you've got like 110% Alt J.
Are Alt J just like the Borg? They just
Yeah.
wander around assimilating young musicians.
They like augmentations.
You will be improved. Plug in your sequencer.
J, I can see him doing that. Won the Mercuries. Let's talk Mercuries. Have you seen the Mercury nominations this year?
No.
No, what is going on with that?
David Bowie's been nominated.
Well, of course.
Ah. It's a good album.
It's a good album. It's not a great album.
Ooh,
Well, I'm
controversial.
gonna have to name check Joshua Ryan now because whenever everybody talks about this album, I quote him. This is a great album because it sounds like Bowie and it doesn't sound like he's trying to reinvent himself. He's just doing some. It's an extension of the great Bowie back catalogue. It's new Bowie. It's great. Whereas all these other big, massive greats, let's not forget Iggy Pop. He hasn't even done any. He's just been doing adverts for car insurance.
Oh no.
Nick Jagger
makes
and
me
that
so
Jennifer Lopez
sad.
and will.i.am song. Straight to hell for that one. Who else is there? They're all out there.
Nicky and the Stooges brought out an album earlier this year.
And he's doing stuff with Peaches sometimes.
Oh well.
But that still doesn't excuse the flipping
Yeah.
car
So
insurance.
that's why. Yeah.
Iggy, how
So
could you?
all of these great heroes are all falling one by one by
No
two.
Iggy, more Ziggy.
Just yeah.
Right, anyway,
Are we
marks out of
voting?
10
Let's
for
let's vote
Rubber
on these
Band.
tracks.
Well, it was better than the other two. Better is a very subjective term, being as the genres are so diverse. But I'm going to give it a 8.
So it wasn't just better, he thought it was good.
I thought it was two better.
Yeah. Like, I might say that Coldplay are better than Paramore. But I'm not saying that either band are any good.
That's like saying a stab in the eye is better than a kick in the kidneys.
You're playing potato.
Yes, we are.
I'm going to give that a 5.
Ooh.
Is that strategic voting?
No, I was going to strategically vote. I'd have given it a 0. Therefore, the metal would have won. It's as strategic as possible, but without being insane.
Wow, that gives us a tie between Rubber Band and Solemn Promise. Both of which...
So, do Tamsyn and I have an arm wrestle now or something?
Yeah!
Fight! Let's get Harry Hill.
Yeah, just sort of sumo style. Okay. Both of you are looking at me. So.
Hang on. Take that.
Ow!
You won't dispute my authority again, will you?
I'm refusing to fight Tamsyn on the basis that she makes delicious pastries daily, and if she is injured, she might not be able to make them, and apart from not being able to sell them, I won't be able to eat them.
Oh, gee.
And on that note, we say very much thank you
Thanks,
to
Ben.
Tamsyn and Alan.
Hello.
Hello.
He's very confused.
Is this thing
Take
on?
that bit and sort of stick it in at the beginning. And then we'll be fine. Yeah, thanks. What else have you got coming up at the NN Cafe? Tons of
We've got a really good band coming up in November, who I saw at the Paradox Festival, where my lovely husband was playing a set as part of 72% Morrissey, and these guys were on after them. They were called Brews. And there's a lady called Isabella Poplin, who is the singer-songwriter.
Manager.
And manager and everything. They're awesome. She sounds a bit like Beth Orton, but the music's much kind of rockier and bluesier and is just one guitar, one drums. So it has that nice kind of stripped down kind of feel to it. So they're coming, and they're from the big London. They're not even from Northampton.
Oh, the big London.
The big London, and they're coming all the way to
It's
the
paved with gold there.
Cafe
Yeah.
in November. I can't remember the date. You'll have to look on our website for that.
That's which is
nncafe.org.
fantastic.
Yeah, you lazy slubs. Get on the internet.
Yeah, stop listening to this rubbish.
No, do it after this.
And I've got another one as well. Before that, in October, on the 31st of October, which happens to be Halloween, Chris East, aka Winston Echo, is hosting one of his awesome lo-fi cabarets, and he has got a band booked. I think it's Sonic the Comic. Sorry, he did tell me and I've written it down. But anyway, he has exquisite taste, so they're probably going to be awesome.
So yes, we're going to wrap up the show so Tamsyn can go and splutter outside. Thank you to our guests. Please join us next week here on the Unseen Radio Review Corner. My name has been Bedge. Thank you for listening. Over and out.